The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Go! At their own 26-yard line.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Get that ball.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, Kamara. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Brees now to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Brees. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brees. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A.J. Klein. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Ready? You ready? You're good, you're good. Try 4, ready.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And it's caught, the tight end Hill. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, 4th coming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Kamara. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Breeze to throw. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Ready.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Well, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On play action, now Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Throwing on second down. Breeze under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
First down, Saints.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10, down at the 31.
Kill, General West. Kill, turn up. Switch it, come on, switch it.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Second and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 22.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, New Orleans.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
64.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Breeze. And it's caught. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
11.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
Garoppolo on first down. This one complete to Coleman. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Here we go.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Goodwin able to haul it in. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Mostert, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Like 20. 56. Here we go.
Back to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
13. Check right 54. Right 54. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And no, it's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara And he'll take this one up to about the 13. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. The 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Ready. 5-8. 5-8. Go, go, go. Kill, 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 kill. Come on, QB, come on. Ready, take.
Back to throw, Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
On the return, it's James. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Get hot!
Garoppolo to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. He's got it at the 15. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go,
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Hey, come on, come on, come on. Get hot.
Now Garoppolo. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.